Before he became the guardian of the dead and the jackal-headed god who weighed hearts on golden scales, Anubis was once a child born into divine betrayal. He was the son of Nephthys, goddess of dusk and morning, and Osiris, the ruler of the underworld, conceived in secret and raised in the shadows. For Nephthys had disguised herself as Isis, her own sister, to seduce Osiris, and when the child Anubis was born, she feared the wrath of Set, her husband, the god of chaos. So she left the infant on the desert sands. Isis found the boy, cradled him in her arms, and raised him as her own, never speaking of the deception. Anubis grew under her care, learning the rites of protection, mummification, and judgment. As Anubis matured, the gods descended into bitter conflict. Set, furious and power-hungry, betrayed and murdered Osiris, dismembering his body into 14 pieces and scattering them across Egypt. It was Anubis, the jackal of the dead, who helped Isis recover every piece, and with his sacred knowledge he embalmed Osiris for the first time, wrapping him in linen soaked with oils and prayers. Anubis became the first embalmer, and through his work, Osiris rose, not to the land of the living, but to rule the underworld as its eternal king. From that moment, Anubis stood as guardian between the worlds, protector of tombs, patron of the lost, and the silent judge of souls. When a soul arrived in the Hall of Truth, it was Anubis who greeted them. He placed their heart on the scales of Ma'at, the principle of truth and balance, weighing it against a single white feather. If the heart was lighter, the soul passed into paradise. If heavier, it was devoured by Ammit, a creature part lion, crocodile, and hippopotamus, and the soul was lost forever. Though feared by many, Anubis was not cruel. He was the guide, the protector, a divine embalmer ensuring the journey to the afterlife was safe. Ancient Egyptians painted his image on tomb walls, crafted amulets in his likeness, and whispered his name in funerary rites. His black jackal head, symbol of decay, rebirth, and the rich soil of the Nile, became a powerful emblem in death and resurrection. Time passed, dynasties rose and fell, and eventually Anubis's role was overshadowed by Osiris, who became the more widely worshipped god of the dead. But even then, as myths evolved and beliefs changed, Anubis endured. In the minds of mourners, in the hearts of priests, and in the silent desert tombs he watched over. In some stories he was a solemn judge, in others a loyal son. But always he was the guardian of balance, the keeper of passage, and the one who held death's hand, so mortals didn't have to walk into darkness alone.